shit had me so tired. But okay, let's uh hello and welcome to the War Report. I'm your host Cyrus, joined by Quan. This is a show where we talk about NXT and AEW. And since we have four big shows to talk about, we're just gonna get right into the trenches, y'all. We'll go back and talk about life stuff, I guess, next week.
Well, I ain't got nothing going on.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing going on either. So, in the trenches, we have Josh Alexander finishing all his indie obligations and all that stuff, and he's a free agent, and he's expecting to join the AEW roster. I think you guys already know how I feel about this, but Quan, what do you think?
I'm at two thoughts with this because on the one hand, it's been stated that he kind of just went with the highest bidder, and I can't be mad at you getting your money. You got a kid. I know you got a kid. I believe a son. You got a family to raise, and if they give you the bag over at AEW, I would take the bag. However, on the other side of it, it's not. I think Josh Alexander is very talented. But I feel like AEW has like four Josh Alexanders already. I just don't know where he would really fit in on this roster. So I'm kind of just like, damn. I mean, I'm sure he'll get some kind of initial push, maybe some kind of mid card title, and then after that, I just don't know what you really do with this guy. I'm not really familiar if he's a great promo or not. Maybe you have more information on that, but it's just from a wrestling standpoint, I think he's great. But I don't think the actual like in ring is not really a determining factor for me or for AEW because I think a lot of those guys can work. It's just what do you really do with this guy and what kind of position can you put him in, especially with AEW signing so many people and they lost an hour of content per week, so it's like, what do you like? That's even less time for more people. So it's really just a situation where like, did they sign him because they didn't want him to go to the other place, or like, do they have plans with this guy? I'm more. I guess I'm more of a wait and see for a situation like this.
I agree. I didn't even like factor in that they lost like an hour of television since no Rampage, but I also get it as well. You have a family and faster money and stuff like that. But I'm just letting it know now. You signed to AEW. I do not want to see any passive aggressive tweets about any situation that you got going on in there. You better treat that shit like peaches and rainbows because you signed for money and then you get the money. I don't want to hear about, oh man, I'm not getting booked. They're not answering my calls, or I'm stuck on ROH. Give me a chance. No, nigga. I'm not trying to hear no more bitching and moaning. Y'all know exactly what it is over there. Ethan Page is your man's. He probably told you what else is up over there. So if you go to AEW, just sit back, enjoy that money. I don't want to hear no backstage drama, no passive
You said
aggressive
you
tweeting,
said
no shit like that. Shut up and dribble.
I was gonna
Cause,
say
cause,
shut up and
cause,
grapple.
cause that's what the fuck you really signed for. You signed for a big check. So I don't want to hear no complaining when you're collecting such a big check for very little work. I'm not really trying to hear it anymore. I think it's very wide known or like widely known what AEW is and how it is backstage. So like I'm not trying to hear no more of that shit. I don't care. Y'all know exactly what it was. Um,
You knew what it was when you signed up.
yeah, so you get the bag. I'm perfectly okay with it. Do not complain about getting that bag that you signed up for. Um, just do your thing and coast. Like, he'll probably sign for mad money and see his family like a lot. So,
Yeah, that too. You're only really working once, maybe twice a week.
yeah. I mean,
It's a nice little deal.
if he signed like to NXT or whatever, he'll be living in Orlando and then, he'll probably go home to his family more often, but you're getting way more money up front or, in your
Yeah.
first year than you will be getting on NXT in hopes of like getting something bigger. But
I saw something online about a salary range, which is like at minimum 100K
hmm
um for NXT, unless he gets a main roster deal. I know some people go into NXT with the main roster style deal, so that's the minimum. I believe it was like 250 to 300. I
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money. I don't know what Tony Khan's giving out these days.
Oh,
I've heard some numbers. I've heard some numbers here and there.
he's giving out millions up front, hand over fist.
Go
Like
back in on the contract straight up. Here you go.
you try to like sign like I get it, like it's a lot of money, and then you have a family and stuff like that, yada yada, and
Shit.
I don't think he's like a young dude or anything, so
Now Josh, he's been in the game for a minute. Let me check how old he is.
I'm trying
Josh
to type it as
Alexander.
fast as I can, but I hit a semicolon.
He's
Uh
37. So yeah, I mean,
yeah, like
you signed a 5 year deal for what 1.5 mil or something like that.
yeah,
Shit,
like
that's the year you can be 42 by the end of it. Not a bad way to go
yeah.
out.
I'm
Not
pretty
ending his not
sure.
ending his career at 42 because but
Yeah, but like I'm sure like LA Knight will probably be making much more making much more of
yeah,
that than that, and like at the same age, and you know whatever. But yeah, no. Honestly, this goes to anybody that like signs to AEW. Shut up and dribble. Just get your check. I'm not trying to hear any of the complaints for real. Um so that's just my initial thoughts. I don't really watch uh, I don't watch TNA at all, so I'm not familiar with this guy's work at all. Um,
he's good
so
from what I saw. He was pretty good.
I tried to watch the match with Osprey. That stream said you're not watching this, brother. Um, I was
That was the
get
first match I see from him. It was pretty good.
okay because I was getting hit with a fucking ad every 30 seconds, and I think I cut it off when they were about to do something on the ramp, and I just got back from commercial. He had that nigga set up on the ramp. He lift him up and hit a commercial. I said, "All right, man, I'm done."
I don't
I
know what
try.
stream you were watching, bro.
Hell, I was
What
watching
the-
illegal shits, but it's like whatever. Yeah, no. I tried to cross the line. They said I don't belong here, so it is what it is. Sorry, I have to yawn because Dynamite main event made me extremely tired. Um, next, our initial thoughts on WWE. Let's fucking go. Did you
Fucking
watch?
God. I did watch it. I watched thankfully
Okay.
A&E puts like the at least for the first episode, they had the whole episode on their website, so I was able to check it
Yeah,
out.
next day streaming. Hopefully if they keep that up, I'll be watching every week.
Me too. I was just gonna say that because I it wasn't surprisingly it was not on Watch Wrestling, any of them that I could find. So I was like, damn, I'm supposed to find the show. But initial thoughts, it very much reminds me of the original Tough Enough mixed in with like I don't even know. I guess Tough Enough really, except it's these people are already signed to the company. I didn't realize there were two different kinds of contracts. There's like the actual like talent contract, and there's like the contract where you just like work out at the PC. I thought they were all the same, unless that's just a gimmick for the show. I don't know what it is. I know I like the aspect of the show where they have rookies with different types of experiences. Some have been
hmm
there for a while. Some people have even wrestled on Level Up or whatever, and then other ones
Yeah,
haven't
I believe
just
like
got there.
I believe it's like from people that have been there for like a year to like yesterday. So,
I think
uh,
it's 2 years. I believe the Shiloh guy. I believe he might be 2 years in.
okay.
I know
Um,
Tyra May Steele, she's been there for a minute at this point because she came
it's
in,
been a
she got
year at
signed
this
right.
point.
She's been signed when Gable Steveson got signed, or at least close to it.
Yeah, but I don't think she like started immediately.
Yeah,
Um so
neither
I
did
think
Gable.
like I think like a lot of people there have like a year's worth of
Yeah.
experience at least. What is it? Because that BJ guy, he has like 11 months.
He been there for a minute. He's been on the show. He's been on NXT. So
Yeah. Um But no, I thought the show was really good. There was a part of the show that I just actually like physically couldn't watch. Like I was like skipping ahead, and it was like the promo part of the show.
Yeah, some of them
Um,
are rough. Some of them are rough.
like I cannot express how uncomfortable it made me watching that. Um, I can equate it to there was a time in high school. My cousin was a poet,
Oh no.
and yes, he was in a poetry club or whatever, and he wanted to like, you know, hey, what do you think of my new thing? And then he started reciting poetry at me. My skin was like crawling.
Secondhand
I
embarrassment.
I I don't want to call it that, but it's that feeling. And it got when people recite poetry to me, I get really uncomfortable when solo dance routines make me very uncomfortable. And performance art makes me very uncomfortable. Like it gives me that like clawing feeling in my back that like I need to like leave. It's like really bad, and it's weird because like it's only other people. Like I could do like public speaking no problem. But you start doing some spoken word reciting poetry to me, you trying to rap at me or any shit like that, boy, if I could claw my face off, I would. Um, so yeah, so that part of the show, I was just like, I'm just gonna turn the volume down. Like it was just too much for me. So like that part of the show, I just couldn't. But the part of the show that I liked was the actual beginning part of the show, um, where it was kind of like a little like a mixer. Like everybody was just doing drills and the legends were just like looking around and then like giving certain people praises and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool. And then the match portion of it when they started having matches, I like that as well. And um, what is it? The men's, the men's, when the men were like wrestling Shiloh and Anthony Luke.
Anthony
Yeah, yeah,
Luke,
yeah.
yeah.
I had the same criticisms that Mickey James had, and then, and then when she said it, I was just like, "Oh, thank you." Like these guys are wrestling like really weird, um, and I know it's developmental, so like I'm not like too harsh or whatever, but like I did catch some things where I'm just like, okay, that like he one of the dudes like he took like a bump on his back, but he still had like he still kind of had his like back his lower back sticking up a little bit. And then Shawn Michaels just like lay flat. And
Yeah,
I was
like, I
just
remember
like,
Shaw
yeah.
just kind of like went steady, like, ugh. It
Yeah,
didn't
because
look
like
good.
it looked bad. The body slam looked bad. The body slam, the setup and the landing both looked bad. So I was just like, it was whatever, but I just thought it was cool that they saw the same shit that I saw.
You know what though? I
I'm gonna give
couldn't
them.
even imagine like one of your first ever matches, and you got Undertaker and Booker T and Mickey James and Bubba Ray Dudley just watching, and Shawn
Yeah,
Michaels.
what is
All
it?
of a sudden,
Shawn
I'd be
Michaels,
terrified.
Shawn
Shawn
Michaels
was like, he's
and
like, imagine if how we had to do this in front of Harley Race or something. You know
yeah,
what I
and I was
mean?
just
Like,
like, yeah,
bro,
that would have been fucking terrifying. He probably
I'd
would
be
have been a huge at,
terrified,
and
bro.
he would probably, in that era, he probably would have been a huge asshole. Like,
I don't know enough about Harley Race to say that about him, but
I
yeah,
do. What is it? Stone Cold talks about that one time where he had like a stinger on his neck, and then Harley Race said, "Okay, like let me help you out real quick," and then he wrapped a towel around his neck and then started wringing it, and then he
yeah, I
was
remember.
just
I
like,
think I've heard that
"Yeah,
before.
that fucked me up." So, I think Harley Race is a piece of shit. Pro-
I don't.
Nah, I'm not letting that fucking slide. That dude's probably a piece of shit. And then in that era as well, it was just like these young niggas about to take my check. You feel me? Like niggas wasn't getting big contracts like that. So like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna help this nigga eat my lunch. Well, fuck.
Plus, they be kayfabing you and shit.
Yeah.
I got a couple people that stood out to me. Particularly,
Let me pull up the cast because there
yeah.
were people that stuck out to me as well, but I just didn't remember their names.
As far as promos go, Jasper Troy, the big dude, big black dude with the braids. He had braids. I thought he had a really good promo. And Panina, the Samoan woman, her promo was great.
Hmm.
You know, she almost reminded me of Jacob. They're probably from the same area, probably. She
Yeah,
probably Bay. She probably Bay Area. They had like the same
yeah.
cadence and everything.
I saw that
Um,
and I was just like, oh, we we got another nigga Samoan.
yeah,
Twitter love that.
yeah. So I liked her promo. I thought she was really good. I gotta rep. You already know how I feel about
CT.
anybody from CT. Shout out to Danny Zakelski. I'm rocking
Hmm.
with her. I think she's one of the like least trained out of all of them too. I believe she's one of the newest ones.
Yeah, and she's
Um,
really good too.
yeah, she looked good for start.
Yeah.
Holyfield, I can see him having some kind of presence. They seem to like him.
Since I didn't watch the promo portion of it, I didn't really get like all of their names. So like
Yeah,
a lot of my impressions are from people that I thought like really looked cool in confessionals and stuff like that. Um Xena Sterling. Um
I mean, I'm
y-
seeing her name a lot. People,
yeah,
I've seen her name a couple
honestly,
times online. People say she
she
might be all right. She might be pretty good.
okay. I've never seen her on Level Up or anything like that. This is the first time I have ever seen her on this show, and I'm stamping that like she's like in there with like Kendall Gray. Like I look at them and I'm just like, okay, I like see something.
Yeah,
Shiloh Hill looks really cool as well. I thought he was like really nice. Um, she hasn't had a match yet, but Misfit Filipina, I'm with you. Her story, what is it? I saw her story on Twitter where she had like dual citizenship and then her family was going back from like Baltimore from like Philippines, and I'm just like, that is
yeah.
a crazy bouncing back and forth.
Baltimore and Philippines is nuts.
Yeah, so I thought that was crazy. Anthony looked good as well. And then yeah, Danny Sinski, whatever, looked really cool as well. Tyra May Steele,
I like her.
dog, you don't even need to be here.
You don't need to be there. She's already figured it out.
Like you are extremely like she is
She should be
extremely
on TV. She
gifted.
should be on NXT right now.
Yeah, she should be like feuded with Kalani Jordan or some shit. You feel me? Like I think like she's already got the wrestling portion down, especially from what I saw just on the episode and the criticisms that they got. We're gonna circle back to that. All she needs is a character. That's it. I felt like that
And
is the only place where she struggles, and I think she knows that as well. And I think the people on Let's Fucking Go sees it as well.
and plus she's already had like two matches on Level Up that I see
Yeah.
at least highlights of it, and she looked good during those. So I'm not worried about her. You know who has a cool look to me? Tatiana Dumas, the Australian shorty.
Oh, let me.
I don't think she had a lot of time on the first
Mm-mm.
episode, but allegedly she dating Ava.
No, I'm not, I'm not here to be gossiping,
I am.
who, but I could tell you right now, Ava love her an Australian nigga, man. She need to put them Australians
She like
down,
the accent.
man.
She like the accent. I get it. I get
Leave
it.
them, leave them niggas alone. Yeah,
I
she got a
get
cool
it.
look. She's a former basketball player.
She was also a
She was the head
gladiator.
coach of Sydney and the NBA Academy. So that's cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Australian
those are
coach.
just my initial reaction. I thought the first episode was cool. The whole
Hmm.
I know what Bully Ray was doing with the whole like, oh, he trying to stir people up with the you gotta respect. You don't get
People,
ahead. Hold on, hold on, hold on,
people.
hold on,
Oh, go ahead, go
hold on,
ahead,
hold
go
on.
ahead.
Who the fuck did Bubba Ray Dudley think he is? Bro?
That's a
Who
hall.
are you?
That's a fucking Hall of
Who
Famer you talking to. One of the greatest tag team wrestlers.
you gotta earn my respect to shake my hand. Who do you think you are? I would
Yes,
if I was
motherfucker. What do you see?
if I
Why are
if
we
I'm
acting like we don't know Bubba Ray's resume that he can't be
I'm
demanding
not
respect from
I
motherfuckers?
did. there's a difference between demanding respect and saying you have to earn my respect to shake my hand.
Yes,
What are you,
motherfucker, I'm one of
Jesus?
the greatest tag team wrestlers of all time. Are you
Man,
fucking
you
kidding me?
get the fuck out of here.
Fuck you reaching out to you, shaking your hand to me for? Especially, and it was that fucking BJ nigga. I ain't shaking that nigga hand.
First of all, if I'm BJ, I'm rocking with BJ. I was with him on that. Like, who do you think you are? I
Who the
don't care who
fuck?
you, bro. If I
Nigga
just
said I'm here on business, man. I'm
as
trying
a
to get y'all
human,
niggas right.
as a human being. First of all, in wrestling, it's like very customary to shake people's hands off the rip. Everybody in the room. That's what everyone says. You gotta shake everybody's hand in the room. So once again, who the fuck does he think he is? If Shawn Michaels can go up there and shake it, if Taker can go shake your hand, who did
Did you
Bubba Ray Dudley
see?
think he is?
I ain't see nobody else shake. I ain't see nobody else shake their hand. Of any of those fucking recruits or anything like that. That nigga got too close and BJ put his fucking hand down. I was like, nigga, put your shit away, man.
Man,
Niggas blowing that shit out of fucking proportion, and then I don't give a fuck what, how he feel about AEW or all that other shit. That nigga got the resume to be like, nigga, I ain't shaking your hand. That nigga said, I'm coming to work and do a business. I'm not
yeah,
your
in
friend.
business, you shake somebody's hand.
I'm not. I, you know when you shake a
Hold
nigga hand when the
on,
business is
hold on,
done.
hold on. What do you mean? No one said they had to be friends. All he did was put his hand out. He's shaking nigga man's
That nigga
hand.
said I ain't your homie. I'm your coach. We gonna get you right, and then at the end of the day, you'll earn my respect. I don't know where niggas be like, oh, who the fuck is he to be demanding shit like that?
I am asking. I'm asking that. Who does he think he is?
That nigga's a Hall of Famer. What the fuck you talking
That's
about?
cool. That's cool. That's fine. I'm not. I'm never gonna diminish Bubba Ray's accomplishments. I'm saying, who as a human being, who the fuck do you think you are?
Well, he
That's
not
all I'm
there as a
saying.
human. He not there as a human being. He's there as the Hall
What
of
is
Famer,
he?
like everybody else.
Like I said, Mickey James didn't do that. That's
And
all I'm
that's her
saying.
prerogative.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because she's not an asshole.
That nigga said you want.
Regardless,
That nigga said, nigga, I ain't shaking your bum. And it's the BJ nigga. Fuck that nigga, bro. I ain't shaking your fucking hand.
hey, I'm with BJ on this one. I usually don't agree with this guy. I'm with him on this one. Who do you think
I
you are?
ain't, I ain't shaking that nigga hand. I
You know
saw
what's
that
funny?
nigga.
I'm like 90% sure he'll end up on Bubba Ray's team too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're right in
Um,
the storyline. I see it.
yeah,
They can't work me. A&E.
for sure. What is it? Nah, I saw BJ where he had pants on, and he had the ping pong cups on the fucking crotch area. I'm never shaking that nigga hand.
He definitely. I know he's annoying as fuck.
Yeah,
I just
man.
know it. Like that's a guy you can only hang around with in doses. Like you know what I mean. You might see him out one night. It might be cool for
Man.
that night, but I don't want to hang out with you after that for like at least 2 weeks. You know what I
Man,
mean?
as soon as he fuck up, and somebody telling me about him fucking up, I'm going, that's your friend.
But also, I kind of respect it. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna do my thing. Y'all can fuck with it, or you can't fuck with it. I think they respect that too. I think even remember. I don't know if you watched the Tubi show where he like had his tryout, or whatever, and Sean was like, "Yo, he's a dickhead," but like I respect it because it kind of reminded me when I was young how I acted.
Yeah, no, I'm sure
So
a lot of
I think
wrestlers are see a dickhead self in them. When Undertaker was like, um, you're playing around, blah blah blah. Like, do you think this is like a really smart like opportunity? And I was just like, honestly, that was the smartest thing he probably could have done. They told them to go out there and just cut a promo. No, just a clean slate, just cut a promo. I think that's very difficult. So he drew inspiration from
that
something
actually
that
happened.
happened today that everybody witnessed, and how he
Yeah.
would, retaliate back if this was a feud. And I think that's probably the smartest thing he could have done. And they honestly should have been commending him for that instead of like doing the thing.
They did after he left though. They didn't want to say it to his
Okay.
face, but after he left, they did
Yeah.
say it. But you know what though? Now that you
You
mentioned
see,
that,
they wouldn't say it to his face, but when Bubba was straight up and said, nigga, I ain't shaking your fucking hand. Everybody got problems with it. I
yeah,
hate it.
what
I
the
hate a
fuck?
snake. I hate a snake.
But now that you mentioned that, that definitely even parallels the advice Bubba Ray gave to I forgot which girl was it that she's telling the story about how her dad got deported. And
Hmm.
how like he's like, how did that make you feel? And she's like, yeah, whatever she said. And I'm like, That's literally what BJ Ray did. He had a situation. He explained how he felt. And you didn't like the answer, but it was how he felt, and you got a reaction out
Yeah.
of it. I bet you they're not going to forget this guy now. So I mean,
Yeah, no,
it might work out in the end.
I felt like he made absolutely the most of his like situation
Yeah,
after the whole thing. Like during like the promo section, but I didn't like how I don't like how they made him feel like he was doing something wrong, at that moment
yeah,
because I was just like that was probably legitimately one of the best like things he could have done. Like I wouldn't say like it was the best promo that was like given on the whole thing, but like that was something.
yeah.
So I thought that part of the show was really good, and I wanted to ask you if you could be drafted by any or be on, either of these people's teams, who are you picking? And
Mickey,
why if you
Mickey.
okay. I'm not even gonna ask
You know,
why.
you know why. You know why.
You can keep
Let me
that
tell
part
you,
to yourself.
because for 14-year-old me, I would have
Oof.
chosen Mickey, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. I regret asking this. I would
That's all. That's all you need to know. It won't be
I
Bubba. Tell you that much.
oh no. I'm going
Not
Booker for nigger reasons.
for nigger reasons. I
You
got
feel
issues
me?
with Booker too.
Oh,
I got issues with Booker.
what is it?
Not for the not
Anthony Luke saw the same shit. He said, "I feel like he'll identify with my situation." He picked a nigga.
because they had the same body type. That's
That
what
as
he
well.
said.
But I was like, yeah, I was like, nah, you that's a that's your Negro inspiration, bro. Quit playing.
When he said you take a bum advice from Maxine Dupree, I said, "Oh boy." Said yikes. Sure you want to do that?
That's not what he meant, man. He said they be training together, and then they
uh,
had the footage to prove it that they were training together.
I know. You
So
know what's funny though? They
stop
definitely
it.
lied because they were like because I saw like a clip. They said in the show like they never met him, like the trainer never met him before. But I guess in the clip, like when they were like they did like a YouTube like preview of all the people, and they were like, he was like, yeah, Booker saw me at like at the Hall of Fame. And he was like, "Are you wrestling?" And he was like, "Nah." He's like, "You should," or something like that. And that's why he even started doing it.
All right, Booker sees a lot of people. He probably don't remember for real.
You should. Book.
Um,
I feel like Booker probably just see anybody who's like 6 feet tall and got a little muscle on him. Like, you know what? Fuck it. You wrestle.
yeah.
You know.
What is it?
You know. Like you ever see that TikTok of the dude, the like of the coach, the high school coach, who sees like the eighth graders coming in, like, yo, you play football. See the big kid, the big eighth grader, like, you play football.
Yeah. Uh, that's what scouting's all about, bro.
Little
You can't be
scout.
shy. You can't be shy as a scouter. Um, but yeah, no. Even at the beginning of the show, he like pulled up on him. He was like, "Hey man, you got some good size." Like
Good
had the
size on you, big
same
dog.
probably had the same interaction that they had at the Hall of Fame.
Same combo and everything.
Yeah, like 1 to fucking 1. But yeah, I thought the show was cool. I'll probably continue watching going forward. I'm Team Booker. I think I already saw a preview of who's gonna be on his team, and Anthony Luke is on there, and my queen's on there, so I'm Team Book.
I'm
Um,
interested in the big girl, the big mortician lady. What's her name? Bailey Humphreys.
I believe she's on Booker's team as well.
Hey, if she got like an ounce of like, I know she's an athlete, but if she got like, you know what I mean, some good footwork, and she can move around that ring, they could do something with her, bro. She
Hmm.
got, like you've never seen a girl like that, and I can't. I mean, as far as the WWE goes, I can't speak for other promotions, but I never seen a girl like that size
Hmm.
go
What
in a
is
ring
it?
like that. I'm very interested to see what she looks
Hold
like
on, because
in
I
action.
know because like it was like a like early leaked photo. Well, like not leaked photos, but it was just like
She was
people at the
teaming with
BC.
yeah, she was teaming with Fit Filipina
Yeah, so
doing a tag match, I think.
yeah, so I think they same squad. So that's cool. Also, I've seen promotional photos of like Booker T and his team, and for some reason, I might have imagined it, but I know she's on that team for sure. I'm trying to find it.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, for anybody who hasn't seen it, if you like the original Tough Enough, it feels very similar to that. In ways, and in other ways, it feels like it's very WWE produced. Obviously, everything there's we're getting worked a little bit in certain places, but I'm just interested to see how it turns out, see who really works out. I want to see more of the people in the ring,
Hmm.
um, and just see where it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Vic Joseph working, boy.
Boy, hey man,
They done it every show this week.
shout out to Vic Joseph. That boy, they had his ass on every fucking
He was
thing,
on
bruh.
every show this week. Good for him.
I know that boy tired.
His wife just got a job.
Yeah,
Come on
shout
now.
out to the shout out to the Joseph family, bruh. Also,
That's his real name.
I don't know, man. Um, well, I like he was doing commentary for Let's Fucking Go and still found a way to fucking take a dig at Booker T. I was just like, all
What did
right.
he say? What did he say?
Uh, when Mickey was talking to Booker, he just had the line just like, I hear a lot of I hear too much of him of on Tuesdays and shit like that. I was just like, all right, bro.
Book gonna whoop his ass one day. One of these days.
They be
He'd
close.
have enough.
I was
Enough
watching
is enough.
I was watching NXT yesterday. Dog, they be bickering on commentary so fucking much. I'm just like, when the when the show stopped, do y'all just stop talking entirely? Because I think that shit is so fucking funny, bro. Booker be getting heated at this motherfucker. Ain't no way y'all having a buddy buddy conversation after work, bro.
Not my
Also, if
friend.
I, especially if like talking is your job, like soon as soon as the camera's cut, I'm mute until the next time I gotta do commentary, bro.
I do think Booker just like to fuck with people. I seems like that's
Oh
his
yeah, it's
favorite thing
funny.
to do, just fuck with people and try to break people.
Oh no, he's Booker is absolutely hilarious. He's last night they probably weren't like having like trying to have fun, but they were having a fucking blast, bro. When Andre Chase came out, and
Yeah, why they laugh at my man Jordan? That's why I knew he's old, nigga. See, you know what he got on.
you can hear him laughing without saying nothing. And he goes, "Why you laughing?" They cut to they go to commercial break. They come back and he's still laughing at him.
Roasted Andre Chase Jordan. We had the Jordan fours on.
Yeah, he had like the Raptor fours on. I said,
Yeah, I
damn,
was
y'all
like,
niggas hating.
what Booker talking about? I said he had the fake Jordans on. I said, oh, they trying to play my man's.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
Booker C just
Not
being
Andre Chase.
a
Bully.
bully, bruh. That nigga funny, man. Um, but all right, let's get into AEW. We're gonna start with Grand Slam. This is sorry, I had last year's card pulled up. Okay. Um, thoughts on Grand Slam?
Well, after watching a very, very unspectacular All-Star weekend. Well, actually, the dunk contest was actually pretty good. Shout out to Mac McClung. He might be the best dunk contest competitor of all time. Put that out there. But right when it ended, I had completely forgot Grand Slam was coming on. So it just so happened to turn on while I was watching All Star Weekend. Like, oh yeah, well I might as well just watch it now. While it's already on. One match show. I'll be honest. It was a one match show for me.
Okay.
And the one match was the opening tag match between Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. I thought this was a good match. Obviously, I could do the same thing. It feels redundant to complain about the same things that I don't like about Will Ospreay style matches.
Yeah.
Um, you know what it is at this point. The constant kickouts and just other stuff that just like kind of made me roll my eyes. But looking past that, I thought the match itself was really good. The finish was awesome. I love that. The one winged angel hidden blade combo. That shit was hard. Um, yeah, it was just a really good match. Also, first thing, I mean, it's been talk on the internet. I didn't think it was the biggest deal, but I did think it was funny how comically small the ring looked.
You know,
It was very noticeable.
just,
That's a tiny ass ring, dog.
yeah, I'm gonna let you continue your thoughts, but when I saw the drama, I was just like, okay, so they got a ring that was too small, just like weird mismanagement with like getting the ring
Yeah.
over to Brisbane. And I was just like, okay, they probably could have managed that a little bit better. That was it.
It
When
didn't
I,
like take away from the show or anything like that. It was like,
yeah,
oh, that's a small
when
ass
I,
ring, dog.
when people kept talking about it, I was just like, all right, you guys are feeding way too much into this. And then I had a problem. I'm not sure if he was working or not, but I saw Buddy in crutches and he like rolled his ankle because the ring was so fucking small. And then that's when I went, okay, this is actually a problem now.
I feel like it had to do with the ring. I felt like maybe it's one of those freak accidents where like they just bent his ankle the wrong way. Sometimes it happens. I don't think it had to do with the ring. I mean, it could have. I know like you want to hit a certain amount of steps when you bounce off the ropes, or I don't know what could have possibly done it. It could have been anything.
Yeah, at first I was just like, it's harmless, it doesn't matter. And then somebody got hurt, and then I was just like, okay, I'm not cool with this. Um, but everybody else that's like, feeding into the discourse for like some other weird reason, I don't care. I've seen other people. I saw an account. I had to block it earlier because I was just like, why is this shit on my For You tab? But he was just like, actually, the smaller ring is better. And I was just like, let me see if this nigga's a wrestler. And he's not. So what the fuck do you know? And then
I'm
just gave
plus
him
I'm
a
going to
sub
assume
block.
I'm going to assume Buddy probably wrestled in that kind of ring before. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how many companies
Well,
are
like,
in Australia, but I'm assuming he probably worked PWA, which was their ring. so,
yeah,
so
but like when? Probably like 15 years ago. Like, remember, he
I
was like
mean,
the initial class for fucking NXT. So like, oh man, you don't remember how a ring from 20 years ago feels?
I don't know. Regardless, yeah, he was he was the initial NXT. That's right. You ain't lying. um,
Give my nigga a
yeah, I mean,
break.
uh, it wasn't that big of a deal. It just looked really funny. um, yeah, I mean, did you want me to go through the whole show, how I felt, or you want to go by match, or
Just keep going.
all right?
I,
Yeah,
it's a one match show, so I don't feel like we should be
yeah.
doing one match by match breakdowns for this.
Harley Cameron versus Mercedes. It was exactly what I expected. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just it was Harley getting her little comedy spots in, her hope spots. The Mercedes kind of walking her through the match, and we got through it. The crowd was really into it. Also, good crowd. I would put that out there. It's a really good crowd.
Hmm.
Cope and Jay White versus Death Riders. Couldn't care less.
Yeah, this was like
I got to be real.
this match was like as bad as I thought it was going to be. Um, and I was it was bad. It was just as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And then I felt like vindicated, or I was just like, okay, like my intuition was right when Claudio and Cope like went up the flight of stairs, and then he like jumped off he just jumped off and did like a generic elbow attack or whatever. And then he just like started kneeling for like 3 minutes, and I said, "Oh fucking Jesus Christ, bro!" Nigga started kneeling in the sucking wind. I said, "Come on, man. You shouldn't be like doing high spots if it's gonna take that much energy out of you, bro." Um,
I don't know why Sting jumping off of high things. I'm all for it, but Edge doing it, I'm like, nigga, get your old ass down. I don't know what the
cause
difference is.
cause Sting never got hurt, seriously, and then taken out for doing it. And then when Sting would jump off some shit, it'd be like onto a table or something. So if he's like taken out for a really long time, it makes sense. All this nigga did was come down with like half his forearm, and that took all the wind out of him. And I said, "What the fuck?" And then Jay White Jay White's downstairs getting beaten up by Marina Shafir and John Moxley, and I'm just like, why are you even fighting him? Like y'all should be like switch targets, nigga. Like what? Um, yeah, the match was whatever, and niggas got beat easy. And I was gonna say clean, but there was like um
Unit
Death
got involved
Riders.
in the finish, and yeah,
Yeah, it's just the standard Death Rider stuff that's like been happening a really long time. And then I'm just like, this is really different from your bloodline sort of matches when you have like one Uso come up and then another Uso and then you got Solo or whatever. because like niggas will actually be like taken out, you know. We haven't seen, you know, we see. Oh, excuse me. We seen the guns come back. No, it's that thing again in AEW. Like once you're part of the main title picture, your friends that you're in a faction with just completely abandon you and leave you alone. No FTR, no guns, no Rock and Roll Express. Not saying that I would want that. No surprise
bro.
pay. No, 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 I'm
No,
just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No, because they were involved at some point.
I know, just the thought of the old ass Rock and Roll Express coming out to save the
Yeah, and
day.
then like no surprise patriarchy, thing to like, probably set something up for the future. None of that. And then none of the baby faces that all had a problem with the Death Riders just a few months ago. Nobody. They let the Death Riders go out there 2-4, and then everybody that had a problem with the Death Riders, everybody that wanted to stand up for AEW, that wanted to put an end to this, gone. And I want to say, oh yeah, because they already got like, Death Riders already beaten up. Jay White is still fighting these niggas. And he lost to them several times in the past 2 months. And he keeps getting back up and still fighting. All the other baby faces in AEW, they got beat once out of the fucking paint. Like I said, it would absolutely be ridiculous to see like a lot of these people like, all the baby faces come and do their thing. But like you had all these dickheads, waiting outside the parking lot to fight the fucking Death Riders. They get beat once and then no more. They're done.
They don't want
I
they don't want
think
that Marina Shafir smoke. I feel scary.
I'm just like this shit. Like the baby faces in AEW are extremely embarrassing, and then you have people on Twitter telling you that only WWE has incredibly stupid baby faces, and then I'm looking at this team and I'm just like, what the fuck? And I'll stop there.
That was
um,
a good assessment.
I did not watch Okada versus Buddy Matthews because I already knew the results of that.
I feel like Okada done the same finish like the last like three title matches. He does the referee distraction into the low blow into the finish. This was a very underwhelming match. Also, not to body shame, but I'm in no shape to be talking. Okada don't like it looks like he ain't been to the gym since he got there.
Shit, why should he? So he can't go re-up on that contract no matter what.
Like I said, bro. American food too good, bro. And they
That
moved to
nigga,
Florida. He said, I'm eating good out here. They got burgers. You
you
saw
know that
Keith
nigga
Lee out. You saw Keith
love
Lee in
Five
the
Guys,
UK.
boy.
You know me? Yeah, poor
Um,
Keith Lee out in the UK out here eating English full English breakfast. Poor guy.
and the English people are mad. They're
The fuck
mad.
you matter? That's y'all food. Also,
I'm
now
saying,
I'm on TikTok. I somehow made it on the UK TikTok. They keep showing me what a chippy tea is. I don't know if I had a UK follower. That shit look disgusting, dog. It's like
don't don't say that
it's
too
it's
close to
like,
my phone, bro. I don't want to see that shit.
bro. I'm gonna get back into wrestling. It's straight up white bread, right? Is white bread,
Hold
and
on,
then
I'm
they put
turning my
like
phone
these
off.
them soggy ass UK chips or fries, whatever they call it. The soggy ass
Hmm.
fries, and then top it off with some mushy peas. The peas look so disgusting. It's like baby food. And then they put like
Well,
a beef what's that joint called? It's like a
just
beef
beans.
no it's like
Oh,
a beef
that shit.
pie
That's like,
thing.
yeah, that shit is like coagulated blood.
And they put like it's like a beef pie. They put that on, and they put some nasty looking gravy on top of it, and they put the other piece of bread over it, and they're like, "Oh, so this is a chippy tea." It's like I'm like that's
My
disgusting. What
thing
is
is,
that?
it's so weird that like they're so like, no, our food is delicious, I swear. And then your national dish is not from your nation. Like, what is it? Chicken masala. Like that's Indian food, and that's the most like flavorful thing that you fucking got. Sorry if it's not that. I'm sorry, but like
It is, but it isn't. It's
okay,
like tiki masala is like it is Indian food, but it's like they don't eat that in India.
okay. But I'm just like, there's a reason
It
why that heavily seasoned food is the best thing that you fucking got, or like that is your national dish. Like, there's a reason why your fucking mom and pop mishmash isn't
My thing is
fucking your
just
national thing.
what's the meme online? It's like what is it, like what's my dad's famous Farkle Frackle or something like that. It's such
Yeah, brickle brackle.
Brickle Brackle.
Yeah, nobody's eating that
Uh
shit. Um,
yeah, y'all look crazy. But
yeah,
that's a quick tangent. I just I don't know why I thought about that. But
yeah. Speaking of bad British food, we got Mariah May versus Tony Storm, and I'm gonna say this, and I know what I saw with my fucking eyes. Harley Cameron put a way more of a fight than Mariah May did in this match, and I found that to be extremely embarrassing. Um, Especially with these two like no selling a whole bunch of shit. Um,
that seems like the standard big Tony Storm match. A lot of no selling, a lot of kickouts, a lot of kickouts.
what do you mean the Tony Storm thing? That's the AEW thing. But no,
She's one of the bigger offenders though.
yeah, no, I found this match to be very egregious with the way that Tony Storm was just like kicking out of shit. No selling stuff. I didn't feel like a sense of urgency. Just didn't to me, it didn't feel like it was a blood feud. Um, this felt like a
No.
very much very standard um dynamite match. And I know a lot of people don't really like, the dialogue, the talking, the non really physical storytelling that happens in ring. But isn't this the feud that warrants it?
Well, the problem with that is that one of the participants can't really talk, can't really do anything. I'm sorry. You know what? I gave Mariah May a chance. I thought she was a little bit better than what I thought she was, but since she held that title, she gave me nothing.
Like she couldn't even, well, like I was gonna say
I
this,
don't know
but
how
like
much that's on the Booker or how much is on her. It could be a combination of both, but like she really that whole title run, nothing. I can't name a thing she
I'm
done.
the title run, I'm gonna give it to the Booker. But she also did not make the most of like her
Yeah,
matches. Um,
or
because like
anything.
we'll do the eulogy for her title reign in a second. But I just felt like there was just like one point in the match, if Tony Storm would sell anything, Mariah May could probably just grab the hair, grab the face, and just scream, "I'm better than you," or some shit like that, or stay dead. There was nothing like that. It was just, I'm just going to keep hitting you with big stuff. And then Tony Storm was just like, so what? And then gets up. What is it? She does a Mayday on the outside, or like a fucking Storm Zero to the on the outside, and then Tony Storm is back in the ring running the ropes. We towards the finish, we get people kicking out at least at like three finishers were it three finishers, asterisk probably a signature as well. Two or three getting kicked out of, and then it ends with a small package.
That was
And I
probably the
know,
most egregious part to me.
and then you have the recap of Grand Slam happening on Dynamite tonight. And then you see Tony Storm go for the small package, and then it cuts to like, fast forward a little bit, and then like it does like the big win thing, and I was just like, how anticlimactic is that? You couldn't just do the Storm Zero one more time and then pin her, and then you lose. You have Mariah May lose with the small package, and then during just that weird period where they're like doing it, the celebration, they're handing her the title and stuff like that. And then Mariah May is, she got her feet kicking in the air watching her just celebrate. Roll out the ring or some shit, leave her some shit.
I didn't even see that part.
Cause like it didn't even look like Tony Storm really put her away. And then you have Tony Storm come on Dynamite tonight and be like, I'm taking all challengers. You didn't leave her. You didn't get the job done for real.
Maybe that's more to the story.
Is it?
I don't know. We have to see
Because Tony Storm came out and then that was that. She said, I'm ready for anybody, nigga.
who is there. Megan Bain.
That's Mercedes bound for sure. But like, I'm just like extremely confused about like that whole thing. Like, this is your, you know, gimmick of the year. This is your, one of your AEW feuds of the year. This is probably, the best thing happening in the women's division, all sorts of praise that the shit is getting, and then it ends as flat as that. And I don't really think that like Mariah May is like a terrible wrestler or anything like that. I think Tony Storm is like really good as well, but like just like the psychology and then like the lack of storytelling in this whole thing. In a women's feud in AEW, that has a lot of story. That is very
Yeah.
rare. There's a lot of history between these two that I felt like completely like that part like erupted or burst or they just left it there when Tony Storm was cosplaying Mariah May when she was facing off with Queen Aminata. I feel like the storytelling, the psychology, the mind games completely stopped there. And they did not take any of that with them going into Grand Slam.
Yeah, no real callbacks to the previous match either. At least I don't recall. I could be wrong, but I don't remember too many
No,
callbacks to the original match as well.
there was
Um,
nothing there.
yeah, unfortunate main event. I expect a little bit more, especially being in Australia. I think we all knew Tony was gonna win it, but I don't know. It just felt like
Fuck just being in Australia, just like the amount of history and the amounts of time that has been given to well, that
I mean
that
it
statement
definitely
is
got time.
contradictory, but because like whatever, they did rush some things, but like still, like there's a lot of like history here that was just like kind of just thrown by the wayside, and I'm just like confused by that. Like it doesn't really make much sense to me why things ended as they did, and why they're like seemingly moving on. Because if Jay White, if Jay White and Cope can show up on this show, who were beaten up way worse than Mariah May was, why the fuck is it Mariah May here? You know? We'll probably, if we don't see something happen on Collision, then I'm going to rattle off like what the fuck is going on. But as of right now, to me, it looks like they're just moving on. I would like to be wrong so they can have a bigger match and actually, deliver. But if this is where we're at, I'm extremely disappointed, like beyond belief, for the one few title matches that actually like mattered on this card. Fell extremely flat. But that's it. I'm done.
Mm. I think Mariah May needs some work. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I think it's telling that her most interesting was when she was pretending to be Tony.
Hmm.
She got to go back to the drawing board. I don't know. Is she to me? She just comes off very bland. It's unfortunate because I think she has a great look and I think she's a fine wrestler. Just like I don't know, something missing. And I'm kind of good on seeing another match between those two. I think we kind of we can move on.
But
You know
yeah,
what I mean? We can
uh,
move on as
I
far as they go.
we're not even gonna do the Mariah May title eulogy thing. I just kind of don't give a shit anymore. Um, Dynamite. We start Dynamite and then we start off with the MJF and Hangman face off. And to me, I find this particularly odd because if I probably would have followed up on Grand Slam. I probably would have had Tony come out here first and then cut her promo. Seeing that she got the big title win at your big show. Um, but this segment here, very bizarre to me. Um, Positives though is that Hangman Page cut a wrestling promo while MJF continued to do his, his insider stick. Um, and that's all I could probably like really give it. At least like there's an MJF segment with a wrestling promo, and it doesn't like stoop down to his level.
I thought this was one of the better MJF promos. To be fair, I thought, yeah, he did his usual shtick, but I think it was less of the low hanging fruit than usual,
Yeah, yeah.
which was nice.
And this is not the low hanging fruit stuff. It's the insider stuff, which is
Yeah,
very different, or the work shoot stuff or whatever.
yeah.
Like, it's been a minute since he's done that, and I would honestly prefer that than being like, "You're a nasty drunk alcoholic," and whatever shit that he does.
The usual. Yeah. No, I mean, it ran long. It was definitely a full on yap session. I don't know if I don't know if it was longer than Miz and LA Knight on SmackDown the
Bro,
other
I didn't even
night.
watch that.
Oh my god, that was the longest, most unnecessary promo ever. That SmackDown roster needs people bad. But yeah, it went a long time. I'm gonna be honest with you, but hey, we're getting somewhere. I like the fact that they called out the fact that like, yo, Heyman shouldn't be a baby face. That nigga done some foul shit in the last
Yeah,
like 6 months.
and the crowd cheered anyway.
Yeah. Very, very much it might sound crazy, very, very 96 Stone Cold, if you think about it. Stone
Um,
Cold doing a lot of foul shit. The
no,
crowd was still cheering him.
yeah.
Um,
The thing is that like he was doing foul shit to bad guys who were portrayed as bad guys.
who, Stone
Hey,
Cold? No, he wasn't.
no, Stone Cold, yeah, he was beating the shit out of Vince.
No,
I would
I'm talking
say
about
Vince was
before.
the bad guy.
I'm talking about before that. I'm talking about when he like
Oh,
broke into Brian Pillman's house.
that nigga was talking shit. Yeah, shit ain't been
Broke into
talking
the
shit.
crib.
Um, but yeah, no. Yeah, they do all that, and then he was just like, "The people love me anyway." This seems to be, or like they were trying to do like the grand storytelling stuff, where it's just like you are somebody who is loved, but like very insecure inside. Well, I find both of the men to be very insecure, but like you're beloved by the people, despite my faults, despite your faults, and then you're so full of yourself, but you never gain the appreciation for or like the admiration of the people, and that's what really like eats you up inside. Um, I'm pretty sure somebody else could word that a lot better, but like that seems to be like the defining characteristics of these two going into this feud. Um, the only part of the promo that I thought was really weird was like the 2 minutes that was dedicated to Christopher Daniels, because they were talking about that nigga like he died.
He did get his ass whooped.
Yeah, and it was just like, man, you like, and then I felt like it was a missed opportunity that you know, what is it? Hangman is like, paying his respects and all that, and then MJF didn't just go, and then you ended his career like some shit like that. It's just like
We kind of went
you,
that route.
yeah, like you did something heinous to somebody that you had immense respect for, um, and people still like cheer you on. That is so fucking weird. But yeah, Hangman Page, although all this like Heyman Page is still like kind of like the same character, um, that is just very unsure of himself. Um, and after like 5 years of this, I'm just like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, when are you gonna be sure, bro?
where and when are you gonna get your confidence again to be the man, or just be that person that was AEW champion once, like I think going into this, I thought the segment was like okay for the most part, but like just these two characters are just like they're very static for the most part. MJF is still the slimeball dickhead that, we've always known, and they're talking about their like deep history and shit like that. And I was just like, nah, we're not taking this back to 2019. Please, let's not do that. Um, and then MJF brags about winning the Giant Battle Royale 6 times, and I was like, who gives a shit? That ring means nothing. There's no prestige in that. There's no
What do you
title
mean? There's no
lineage. Like,
prestige in the Dynamite Diamond Ring.
yeah, like I'm not flexing that, you know. Um, but yeah, no, I thought the segment was like whatever. Hey, the part where MJF was just like, I do everything better than you, all this, that, and that, and he was like, name one thing that you do better than me. Hangman not saying wrestle, that is going to eat at me to the end of time. Because that is absolutely the one thing that you absolutely do better than him.
Maybe he
Like,
doesn't believe he does.
that nigga don't have that confidence. He just said, I'm real. And I was just like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, oh my God. I don't know. MJF gave him the perfect lob, and then it just bounced off the rim. Uh, just, just, uh, just a missed opportunity there. But like, I thought the segment was like fine. Um, that is probably the only thing that I'm going to dedicate a lot of time to on Dynamite because the rest of the show just kind of goes downhill. Did you see the ratings for Grand Slam?
This is not a ratings podcast. However,
I'm just letting you know.
however, I did see those ratings. Boy.
Go Going from 1 million to like 200,000. Shit.
I do want to laugh, but also I do want to,
I
you
know.
got to put the caveat. This the
Yeah,
time that it
yeah,
came on.
it was late night. I don't know.
Good boy. By the time
I just
Tony Storm, Mariah May came on, I was dozing, dog. I was like, I might have to finish this up tomorrow.
TNT ain't tell these niggas when they was gonna do All-Star Weekend, bruh. Is All-Star Weekend always at the same time of year? Because I just wouldn't have done this. I
It's
probably would have done this
usually
show
it's
this
usually
week.
it's usually around usually the week after Super Bowl or like a week, like 2 weeks after.
Like, oh my God, that's so good. Like, I felt like TNT definitely set them up. Like, I probably would have like had this show this week instead, because this is so fucking crazy. W- From 1 mil to excuse me, to 294,000. Shit. But moving on to quick hits.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Storm has her segment, and she's inviting all challengers and
So she going
doing
tit
a
for tit, baby.
yeah, and a bunch of sexual innuendos. Yeah, man, that's some Borderlands dialogue. Borderlands ass promo, Mad Moxie
Are
ass
you getting a new
promo.
one when it comes
Oh,
out?
absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt.
All right.
It's
I
a
didn't know they were making one until I saw something online yesterday.
yeah. They're gonna have the what is it, the state of play, where they're gonna show a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm really excited for that. Borderlands has always been a franchise that I showed up for, except Wonderlands. That was given to me by a friend for free. I was not going to buy it.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, the Mad Moxie ass promo, and then it didn't really. It was just kind of vague, just saying I'm taking all challengers and I won. So it is what it is. And then Ricochet speaks.
I missed this promo, I saw the
Okay.
timeline had very mixed reactions about it. Some were like, "This is the best promo he's done." Some were like, "This is ass." So I don't know. I don't know where this was.
So I'll give you the positives and negatives as well. I would say the positive is that this is obviously a Ricochet that we've never seen before. He seems very confident on the mic now. He's talking cash shit.
Which is
And my
important.
thing, yeah. And then the bad side to me is that he could cut this here because this place is full of fucking bums. He could not talk cash shit on the roster that has like a fucking Kevin Owens, a Sami Zayn, a Cody, all these sort of niggas. Like he could even cut this promo at NXT, standing in front of fucking Carmelo Hayes. So yeah, he could cut this promo because it's bum season over there. Um, but I thought it was cool. I thought it was fine. It seems to be that they're doing a bracelet, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre bracelet sort of thing where Ricochet is just gonna rock Prince Nana's robe for the time being.
Yeah.
And for they're fighting over a bracelet crowd. They not saying why are they fighting over a garb? They like to pick and choose. You feel me? Keep that same energy. But I think and then another good part. Well, this part is bad or like mixed. Is that Ricochet was talking cat shit cutting his promo, and then Prince Nana comes out and just fucking mops the fucking floor with this nigga. Truly, probably one of the greatest babyface promos that we have seen on AEW in a really long fucking time. Um, that nigga had the crowd enamored with the storytelling behind that robe, and I thought that was really great.
What
Prince,
did he say? Just like Jimmy
like just
Rave and kind of people.
more or less, he was just like talking about like what that title represents, how like it's been passed down and stuff like that, and then like he would like greatly appreciate it if you just like returned it. Like it means a lot, like the history behind it, what it means to me, all this sort of stuff. No mention
Mhm.
of like the ROH stuff. Just this is like he was talking about it like as if it's like a ceremonial garb. And then
Yeah.
Ricochet said, "Okay, you want it back? Take it."
You want to speak up for Pharrell? Come get his legacy out of my house.
um, and then Nana does nothing, and then Ricochet just walks away. Um, I felt like Ricochet should have pushed his ass. Be like, take it, and then just shove him. That would have been
Real
heat.
bully stuff.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, he should have big bullied him. Um, so I don't know what happens next, but I thought Nana's promo was really nice. Really really good babyface promo from Prince Nana. Megan Bayne defeats Chris Statlander in a very meh match. Um, the
You
finish
know what?
still
For all the hype up they kind of gave it last week, I was like, that was it. It was very first of all, it was really quick. I felt like it wasn't that. It was like
it felt like an
maybe
NXT
7 minutes.
match.
Yeah, they zoomed through that match. I was like, that's it. And yeah, I
Yeah, and
mean,
then the finish being Penelope Ford gets involved, and I'm just like, why? Both these women beat you up. Why are you siding with Megan Bayne? She
well,
literally beat your ass last week. And
maybe
then,
she's like, damn, I got my ass. Well, I might want to side with her. You know what I mean,
yeah, like,
can't beat them, join them.
I thought, and you know what? I've been seeing AEW Mole talk about like the post match being such a fucking disaster that I don't actually think that Penelope Ford is siding with Megan Bayne. It was just Megan Bayne just wouldn't fucking leave the ring when Penelope Ford was attacking. And then Thunder Rosa comes in with the chair and she's still fucking there.
You they messed it up.
Absolutely.
Oh wow,
It looks so stupid in
it
there.
was really awkward. The whole thing was like, you have the chair, why not hit her?
Yeah, right. And it was just like,
That's what I was
yes,
confused about.
and it was just like, yeah, I would hit her if you would give me enough space. Megan Bayne, fucking leave. Um, and apparently Mole is saying that the Thunder Rosa and Megan Bayne match is like off the table of like how disastrous that segment was. Um, maybe over exaggerating, but I tweeted it and a lot of other people shared the sentiment that that shit just looked weird and stupid. Thunder Rosa
Yeah,
came in with the chair trying to be threatening. Megan Bane's just standing there like, and then Penelope Ford grabs the chair, or like Thunder Rosa does like a like a staggering swing, like not really trying to hit her. Nia Jax in War Game style. And then Penelope Ford just puts her hands on the just hands on the chairs and tries to rip it away. And I'm just like, girl, try to get physical or something. You look stupid. Um, I just thought that shit was so funny. Um, it looked ridiculous. Will Hobbs and Big Billiam have a match. I thought this was cool. I thought this was fine. Where they lost me is where he hit him with the wrench and that nigga got right back up.
My big Bill, baby.
No, Hobbs got back up.
That's Big Hobbs, baby.
You don't even know who did it. Shut the fuck up.
Big Hobbs.
uh, cause Big Bill pulls out this pipe wrench from
Pause.
fucking Bio I guess nigga it was the fucking pipe wrench from goddamn BioShock. He hits the steel steps with it, leaves a dent in it. He cracks Will Hobbs over the head with it, and then
Pop ate that shit. He said, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball, baby.
no, he hits him with it. The Big Bill starts like, yeah, yeah, like start bragging, and then you cut back to Will Hobbs, and then he just like, he like clearly like he bladed, but it doesn't
Yeah.
look like where it would have like, to me that doesn't seem like how a blood would spill if you got hit by a fucking wrench. Um, but yeah, I don't know. He got hit with the fucking pipe wrench. It was just like, we eat those, and I'm like,
You throw shit, nigga. I'm
what the
big I'm
fuck?
big Hobbs.
And then another stupid thing in the match is Big Bill comes in with a backpack full of bricks, and what is it? He just leaves the bag over there for Will Hobbs to just touch.
Yeah.
Um, Will Hobbs grabs it, unloads it, and it's like 4.5 bricks and a bunch of fucking brick dust. It didn't even pile up right. So I'm just like, what the fuck?
Just rubble.
Um, honestly, it was just rubble. It looked fucking stupid. Um, and then this was a street fight that turned into a last standing match for some fucking reason. Um, Will Hobbs dunks Big Bill onto a table with barbed wires, and then Aubrey Edwards just starts counting.
Yeah, was it a Texas death match or was it a street fight? I was very
It was
confused
a
by
street fight.
that.
It was claimed as a street fight, and
Mm.
then I guess since Big Bill couldn't get out of it, they were just like, okay, we're turning this into a last man standing, and then he got counted out and lost. Um, so that was very silly. Um, we talked about it last week. Willow Nightingale getting beat up by Marina Shafir, and then she has another promo segment this week where Renee is saying, "Man, that bitch got me fucked up. She gonna give my precious TV time, and she's gonna kick my ass." And then Marina comes up, not even a cheap shot, just walks up to her and just beats her ass again.
Rocks and shit, bro. Is it leading to a match between those two at some point?
Appar-
Did we get
apparent,
there?
apparently, and this is another reason why I feel like Megan Bayne was not supposed to be there anymore. Um, AEW is fucking hinting at rumored is like hinting at Renee Young is going to try to put Willow and try to like mend the fences between those two, even though they already did it before. Um, gonna try to put them together so they can like go against their enemy. But you have Megan Vane, like Chris. That from what it looked like tonight, you have Megan Vane and Megan Vane and Penelope Ford versus Chris Statlander, and then you just have Willow Nightingale versus Marina Shafir, and it's just like, uh, you niggas are
What about Thunder
outnumbered.
Rosa? What about Thunder Rosa?
I don't think she's gonna be involved in this because after that, it seems like they're very upset that she like that whole thing like fucked up, bruh. Um, I think that shit is extremely funny, but If it leads for Thunder Rosa to also get involved in this as well, it's cool with me. Uh, I'm
That's facts.
let me send you the tweet later because this shit is fucking hilarious. Oh well, you could just go look at it in Discord. And then Orange Cassidy versus Roderick Strong. Oof.
I hadn't
I
seen
wish
Cassie in a while.
yeah, right. And then you have him lose. I wish Rampage was still around so this match can be on there. Um,
Definitely a Rampage match.
this shit was not good. Like, I didn't do much today. I had a lot of energy until I started watching this match. Shit was just slowly seeping away from me. Um, Not good.
Orange,
And then
Orange Cassidy won that match, by the way.
he won it.
Yeah,
I heard Roger Strong music.
they absolutely won that match. I had to go double
Mm.
check. I'm like, wait a minute, did Orange Cassidy win that? He definitely won that.
Oh, okay. Well, Orange Cassidy's gonna go lose to Takeshita, so it doesn't matter. Like either guy's losing to Takeshita, and then it's gonna be T Takeshita and Omega at Revolution. You see, every time I talk about this match, I start yawning. So we're gonna stop. NXT. Um,
Hold on, we didn't get to talk about the ops. I want to talk about the ops.
what the fuck is there to talk about? The match sucked.
No, just the name. I think it's really funny. Just want to point
Well,
out how ridiculous that name is.
I think we talked about it last week.
Did we speak on it?
Yeah, because they got that name last week.
I know he just said it. I don't know that. I know he just kept saying we're the op. I didn't know that was like the actual name of the fucking stable. That's impressive. That's all.
Yeah.
Just hearing Justin Roberts say the ops really
Yeah,
makes me laugh.
he's not going to be the only one saying the ops. You got five different white people saying the ops.
I
Um
need Jim Ross. I need Jim Ross to say it, please.
uh, them niggas
Here
never
come the
going to
ops.
be them niggas are never going to be a main event or the top of the card for JR to call that shit, so it don't fucking matter. Um
I need a JR call.
but yeah, no. And then also like I love Samoa Joe. I think Samoa Joe's great. But the amount of dick riding I see over it, it'd be like, well, who's gonna tell Samoa Joe no? My God, can one black person just be like, maybe that's not a good idea? Like, y'all think y'all think that Samoa Joe don't be like, maybe not. If a black
I
person
mean,
was just like, hey man, stop misusing AEVE, or he just gonna just be like, nah,
I
this shit
mean,
mine, nigga.
it's not even that he's misusing it. He's just old. you
Or like,
only
yeah, it's
fuck
just like,
you
you'll
you would listen to boot camp clip, nigga. Like, what are you doing? Like, you ain't no
he
fucking ops,
just be
bro.
like,
You
well,
listen to the fucking Immortal Technique talking about
yeah.
ops.
He'd be like,
I ain't
oh
trying to hear
man,
all that shit.
you're gonna tell Samoa Joe no? And I'm just like, God, y'all see a big Samoan and turn pussy, bro. My fucking lord, bruh.
I mean, I don't want to smoke with them big Samoans either. I feel them.
Niggas is pussy.
I
Beyond
know.
belief, bruh.
You out there with them the Pacific Islanders out in Cali. All right, there.
Nigga be like, oh,
When
shit.
when Pilo pull up on you, is he Polynesian?
I don't know. But
Where's he from?
what is it? You got a fucking white kid and a Japanese nigga that don't know no English at all. And the faction called the Ops.
I wonder the combo between Samoa Joe and Joe explaining what ops are what to Shibata.
You see, Ops. It's short for opposition. And then Shibata fucking grabs Google Translate and
The fuck was
I
what?
understand.
How old is Shibata? Is Shibata like 50 years old?
Damn near.
Let me see. Maybe 45. I be Asian niggas crazy, bro. They putting 5 years on niggas. Uh,
Yeah. Um, so NXT. Moose is in the NXT zone. Um, I know his history, y'all. Um, but I'm just gonna talk about it as I see it. And I don't care. Yeah, y'all know how I feel about TNA niggas.
I got cooked on Twitter. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, because you said who the fuck asked for this, and then they showed us an interview from fucking us where Obafemi was just like, "Yeah, I would like to wrestle Moose."
I was like, why you put that in my mentions, dog? You know what?
Yeah,
I
he
would
was.
remember that. If I was the one doing the interview, I would remember that. But clearly, I wasn't there that
Yeah,
day, so don't
yeah.
remember that. Don't remember that part of the interview.
When you
I'm mad. It was
when
the
you
exact clip too.
when you miss one day of school.
All right.
um, yeah, no, like I'm sure they'll probably have like a big, big hoss match. I think that's cool. But
I believe Obafemi will be on TNA this next week or this week or one
yeah.
of these weeks. So
Yeah, he's gonna go over there and then Moose is gonna wrestle Alexis King next week. Why couldn't they do that on TNA? Why they gotta be here? I don't want to see that fucking match, man. Um
well,
and
even better, we get Lexus King versus versus Moose next week. So we
no, I don't want to see
Christmas
that.
comes early.
Fuck you. Also, we forgot to talk about Vengeance Day, so we're gonna back up. We were just gonna rewind a little bit.
So you guys so excited to talk about Moose. Completely
I
skip
just
the pay
wanted
per
it.
view.
I just wanted to get it out the way. Um, Vengeance Day. I thought the show was fine. Well, no, I thought the show was good. Just
That's
looking at
pretty
the
good.
card. Yeah, I thought the show was really good. Um, the women, as usual, doing their thing. Uh, Fraxium doing their thing. The matches that I didn't think would, the matches I felt like that wouldn't deliver, didn't deliver everything that I felt like would deliver, over delivered. So, um, Stephanie Vacker defeating Fallon Henley to become our new women's North American champion. I thought this match was really good. I think Fallon Henley is like, I think she's nice. It's just the Fatal Influence are just they just need a little more to them.
They got the Mariah May problem.
Yeah.
I feel like just being the pretty mean girl doesn't work anymore in 2025.
Yeah, especially like and especially that they're supposed to be like the pretty mean girl, but like that, like you could learn a lot from us and stuff like that. And then I feel like the missed opportunity of Fatal Influence is to like start really gassing up Jasmine Nix, like start having her probably be in like title positions that she has no business in and losing, um, and shit like that. And just really having like an unnecessary like ego and then, you know, sort of just proving it by just having like, oh, like Jasmine Nix is gonna be so good following our lead, and then she just keeps getting her ass beat. I know that's happening now, but she's like getting her ass beat in like low stake matches. Um, and yeah, I just find that to be just a little bit of a problem. But I thought this match was like really good. I think Fallon Henley's really nice. Um, was it Stephanie Vacure? Amazing, nicer than nice, and I think she's cool. Um, your thoughts?
I think it was a good match. Yeah, I wasn't very impressed with Fallon Henley's title run. It did nothing for me, so I think it was the right decision.
Hmm.
Um Stephanie, I think she's getting over. She definitely has that fire to her right now, and I think the crowd really fucks with what she got going on. Um, yeah, I think it's just the right move. I'm just interested to see kind of where they go from here. To be honest, out of the two between her and Julia, I feel like she's connecting with the crowd a little bit better than Julia is, and so I don't know. I think it's just a good idea. I'm looking forward to see where they go from here with Stephanie. That's all I really got so far, just because it's just so early into it. Not much else to say besides it was a good match.
Hmm. I agree. I think it's cool. Stephanie Vacker, new era of NXT for sure, for sure. They're making it very clear.
Yes,
Um, Fraxium defeats Josh Briggs and Inamura. Hey, that nigga Inamura, nice.
Hey,
Big boy.
big boy. I mean, it's Fraxium, bro. At this point, I expect
Undeniable.
them to I expect them to have the best match on the show, and they deliver. They're just that good of a team. But yeah, I thought Inamura did a great job really getting the crowd behind him. Um, yeah, I like that little bounce, the bouncing on the top rope thing he does. I think that's a really cool
Hmm.
thing. I think no,
That shit is so fucking crazy.
I've never seen a wrestler do that before. So I think that's
Yeah, no,
pretty cool.
I would expect to see that some shit like that in like ECW or some shit.
Yeah, I've never
Uh,
seen that before.
yeah, no,
I'm sure there's somebody who done it before him, but I've never seen it. So I thought that was cool.
seeing him do it, I don't know. It just gives me like a
Yeah,
burst of
yeah, let's
energy. Like
go, let's go.
yeah, this nigga's fucking insane, yo. Um, no, he's really good.
Oh
Josh Briggs is good as well. I think
yeah,
there
Briggs is
could
definitely a
be,
tag team guy. He definitely a tag team guy. I've decided that
yeah, no,
that's
for
what's best for
sure.
him.
Um, so hopefully they keep that tag team going. I'd like to see more. Um,
Yeah, I do wonder how long Inamura sticks around.
oh yeah, maybe
They never really specified how long he's going to be out here for.
man, fuck it, just keep the nigga. That nigga nice.
Yeah,
Just keep his
I
ass.
I don't know what he was doing in Noah, but yeah, I would like him to stick around.
Yeah, I think he should stick around. I think he's nice. Next match, Eddie Thorpe defeating Trick Williams. I was surprised by this, but I think Trick needs to go on a little more side quests, man. Um, because I'm not gonna lie, between him and Obafemi, Oba is a much better wrestler. Um, and has twice as much aura. So, and I don't mean go on side quests in like a bad way. NXT is developmental, and I don't think there is any shame in continuing to develop. I think that Trick Williams, right out the gate of like dealing with like Carmelo Hayes, he was like instantly thrown into the NXT title picture. So he didn't really get to like, in his final form or like, his latest form, he didn't really get to like really fuck around like that, Like he was always put up against like the next best guy, and I feel like he should be having matches with like Tony D'Angelo, Stax, Crucifino, like a lot of mid card guys.
I,
Um, yeah, that's my thoughts.
I'm going to say what I've been saying about Trick Williams. He needs to go to the main roster. He needs to be wrestling vets. That's it. I feel like if you put him on the road, you have him wrestle fucking
My
Sheamus
thing is
on the road.
he can't be going up to main roster in his current state.
Why not?
He's not that good of a wrestler, and
Neither would Dom Mysterio when he first got there.
I
Dom was
think that's a
pretty
very
ass.
yeah, and I think that's a very special case for a very special somebody. Not everybody should be treated equally, nor will everybody have the same treatment.
Alexa
I
Bliss. I just don't see him developing any further where he's at right now in NXT.
uh
He needs to be working with guys who know
the
what
re
they're doing, who can guide him to these places.
and the reason why you don't think that he's further developing because he's always close to the fucking title picture. There are a lot of guys on NXT that are much better than him in ring, and they're progressing uh a lot better in ring than Trick Williams, and I think that he should be doing that. I saw a tweet this week that said, besides like everybody just being like, man, Ilya really sold us the dream. And then somebody tweeted, I think Trick Williams is a mirror. He he will bring he will give you the best given the best.
Which is
But
why he should be
what
wrestling main roster guys.
but what if he wrestling with ass niggas on the main roster and then he has an ass match?
But them niggas in the main roster ain't ass. That's the point. The people on the
There's
main
a lot
roster
of
know what
niggas
they're
that are ass on the
doing.
main roster. Well, I'm just saying. Um, I don't think that he should be operating as a mirror with how important he is to NXT. I don't think anybody should be a mirror in NXT. I feel like everybody should be best in their own individual right and not, what's given to me. Um,
All right, but look at it this way, right? What do you think he benefits more, having matches with Eddie Thorpe and Tony D'Angelo, or you're wrestling Sheamus on the house show loop every week? A guy who's been in the company for 15 years and knows what they're doing and can guide you through the do's and don'ts and the rights and wrongs about wrestling in a match. Especially he definitely when someone closer
okay,
to your size as well.
but is that not what the fucking PC is? A whole
But
bunch of vets
sometimes
teaching niggas how to fucking wrestle.
sometimes the PC can only take you so far.
And unfortunately, I think Trick has reached a crossroads where
You should
he
leave and
needs.
go wrestle with the vets.
I think he needs to be
I feel like
wrestling
some
in the
guy
mid
learned
card a
better that
little bit
way.
more. Because no, no way he should be like, you know, promoted to the main roster when there's a whole bunch of niggas in NXT who have like surpassed him in ring wise in a shorter amount of time.
But it's not about that though. Sometimes it's just about okay, you've done everything in NXT, you've learned everything you're gonna learn in NXT. It's time to move on,
I think that he got a lot left to
and then you can
learn.
stick your spring on the main roster. But I just don't think you're gonna learn it from wrestling Tony D. What Tony D know just as much as he does.
Tony D'Angelo is a way better wrestler than Trick Williams, and
That's not
I
the
think
point. What does Tony D know that Trick doesn't know? They got the same teachers. Sheamus didn't get trained by Shawn Michaels and them. Sheamus got trained by somebody else. He had other stuff or whoever. Or Kofi.
I don't
He's out here
I
wrestling
don't
Kofi
think
every week.
I don't
You
think
know
he
what I
should be
mean?
going. I don't feel like he should be going to the main roster if he's not. If he's gonna
It's
be
not
like
like
the sixth best nigga on the roster.
it's not like Trick's incompetent wrestler. Like he'll be fine if he goes to the main roster.
I'll say right now, since Trick Williams has lost that title to Ethan Page, I don't think he's had a good match since. So, that's a pretty long fucking time, and I don't think going up to the main roster is a fix.
I don't. I just don't see how working the mid card in NXT gonna help him anymore either.
Because the
He'd
niggas
been
on
there.
the
He'd been down there 3 years for at this point. What else is he gonna do?
maybe if he gets called up later this year, maybe. But I don't think him getting called up now is the fix. And I would say that wrestling in the mid card would be fine. Because you know who's down there? Niggas
Lexus
like
King.
Javon Evans, niggas like Tony D'Angelo, niggas
But
like
I'm saying that you
Stacks.
but you can't learn nothing from them people. You're not gonna learn anything from Javon Evans. He's 17 years old. What the fuck you gonna learn from him? He just got there.
And he's wrestling better than
You
Trick.
you gotta be what guys. It's like you gotta have a mentor. I feel like Trick is a guy who needs a mentor, someone who can like really show him the road.
Is
Because
the
it's like
PC not
you get,
full of fucking mentors?
but it's different. It's like that's like you're a teacher. You know what I mean? But you need somebody who's gonna be working with you week in week out on the road. That's how you just start kind of learn. Like you can. It's like you take it like you're studying for a driver's test or something like that. Like yeah, you could study all you want or whatever, right? But you gotta eventually gotta go on the road and actually start driving and figure out how to work the car or whatever which fucking way. And you can't do that just by listening to their lectures all day. You gotta go venture out.
That's
You
not,
gotta
you
get
know,
on that
damn well they
road,
not
bro. You
listening to
you
lectures all
gotta
day. Either way,
you gotta get on that road,
um,
bro. You
at the
gotta
end
work
of the
with these
day,
vets who've been doing it for 20 years.
Trick Williams, he need to get better somehow. I honestly, at this point, I don't care how. And then Eddie Thorpe, whatever. Who gives a shit.
They're trying.
Um,
I'll give them that. They're trying to get him moving, some kind of momentum.
yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that it'll be Trick Williams versus Obafemi at Stand and Deliver. Obafemi, make it quick. Get this nigga up out of here. Um, Ethan Page, Javon Evans. I thought this match
It's a
much
great
better.
match. It was a really
Great
good match.
match, great story. Um,
Javon's good, man.
yeah,
He might be either prodigy. He might be a prodigy.
yeah. He he's learning on the mid card. You feel me? And he's doing really well. Um, can't say the same for some niggas,
But
but
everybody doesn't learn the same way. Is
I
my point.
agree. Um, it looked bad when he just started leaking blood out of his mouth again. I'm pretty sure all that doctor shit was a work anyway, but
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
Ethan Page was whooping that nigga ass.
Yeah, I thought they had some really good, great just comeback hope spots for he's a really good sympathetic baby face in the ring. I think he does a really good job with that. I think Ethan's bringing that out of him, which works because Ethan's a guy who's been wrestling for like 20 years. Which is, I mean, it's like Ethan gets it. So I think that was a great pairing with Javon to have that for that kind of matchup. And like I've said it before with Javon, he really very much reminds me of like 2002 Jeff Hardy, 2001, 2002 Jeff Hardy in so many ways. And I think it's a great trajectory for him. And I think the crowd really fucks with him and it feels organic and he feels organic. And yeah, I think the sky's the limit for this guy. I think people just, you want to see him be successful in whatever he's doing, which is just a great
Mhm.
trait to have. I think Ethan Page is such a good villain, a good opposite of that. You want to see him lose because he's such a slime ball, just an evil person. And yeah, I think just the whole story itself is it's a basic story, but it works. And when you have such a sympathetic baby face like Javon and a great heel like Ethan, I mean, it's the formula for success every time. Really good match. I really enjoyed this, and it didn't make Javon look weak because he was going in with a
Injury.
disadvantage to begin with, yeah, with an injury. So yeah, I think it's all around, and I think Ethan exploiting it. Obviously, this won't be the last match they're gonna run it back, and so I mean, next week they're doing the tag match. So yeah, it's just gonna be a keep it going. I'm really enjoying what they're doing with Javon right now.
I agree. Um, Obafemi defeats Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, and this match is exactly what I thought it'd be.
It's
Um,
cool.
yeah, and I thought the really nice part was the finish where Grayson Waller said, "Oh, you got him right there. I lined him up," and then Obafemi said, "Psych, man," and I said, "How the fuck he knew?" But that was cool. I thought it was a nice match. Um. I don't really care for the theory and Waller drama of the whole thing, but I thought the match was good.
Yeah, I don't have any real thoughts on it. It was fine for what it was. I have no I'm with you on kind of I don't care about Waller in theory enough to I knew they
Yeah,
weren't winning. I knew they weren't breaking up. So just like whatever.
yeah. Julia defeats Bailey, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade uh, in a fatal four-way for the NXT Women's Championship. I thought this match was very good. There were a little bit of hiccups in there. And then Justin asked me, "Hey man, has Julia like done a lot of fatal four ways in Stardom?" And when I was watching, hell nah. Uh, it's very rare in Japan where they do, triple threats and fatal four ways and shit like that. So I thought so whenever there was like a hiccup with like Julia, I was just like, I understand. I get it. I get it. I get it. Um but I thought this match was very good. Um, Someone that I would like to give my props to in the match is Cora Jade. Um, I don't know if I said this before. I feel like I have, but the hate is overstated. She is not nearly as bad as people are trying to say she is. And I felt like this match, she definitely has something to prove. And I personally felt like she proved it. Um, and at this point, unless you could show me a true valid reason why Cora Jade is not a good wrestler, I either One, think you're still mad that she roasted Darby Allin. Two, mad that she got new titties. And I'm just gonna ignore you people for the rest of my life.
Uh, yeah, Cora Jade. There's at this point, as far as wrestling Twitter goes, there's just certain names that these accounts know that will get a lot of interactions. I don't even take them seriously anymore. People are trying to turn on Damian Priest of all people for what? You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I
Like, what are we
my
doing?
head hurt so fucking much during that.
Damian Priest. People are saying he's overpushed. What does that even mean?
Yeah,
Overpushed? What are you talking about? It,
that and one thing that I saw earlier was somebody posted that SmackDown segment where Jey Uso was just like deuces oozes and then he like peaced out and then they're just like man before all he said was yeet and I was just like why'd you post this as if this was like a Shakespearean promo.
I don't know. So yeah, there's just certain wrestlers that like wrestling Twitter decided, you know what, we're hating these people.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
the Damian
Yeah,
Priest joint is like crazy.
Cora Jade. Excuse me, Cora. Damn, it's like he's of water.
Jay-Z tried to kill my nigga dog.
I listened to. Oh yeah, by the way, that was a great podcast. I listened to you guys, you Pat and
Yeah,
J Live on
it
that.
was great.
That was funny. Yeah, but yeah, Cora Jade. Hey, I don't understand it. She's perfectly fine. She's not amazing, but she's not bad. It's not like she's out there just stinking it up. She's keeping up with the girl. I thought she did what she needed to do in the fatal four way,
Yeah,
and
like
I
I
had no
I
complaints
I thought
at
she
all.
was good. After this match, I would say that like I think she's great. Um, and it might just be a factor that she's in there with like all timers, but
Yeah, that
like
too.
she looked good in there, like really good.
Yeah, she kept up with him. At no point I
Yeah,
think. And if this was like your first time seeing these four girls, you wouldn't think, oh, she doesn't belong there. You know what I mean? She looked like she
yeah,
absolutely belonged in that match.
yeah. I thought
And
it was
that's all
really
you can
nice.
really ask for.
Um, Julia wins, and I thought the match was really good. People were mad that Roxanne Perez got pinned, but I'm just like, nigga, do you not see that she's at the end of her rope here?
She's gone, buddy.
Like,
She's in the elimination chamber. She is
yeah,
gone.
like Jesus fucking Christ. Like Cora Jade has to stay here, so you can't like, beat her too fucking bad. Bailey, big dog. Like let Roxanne take the pin. She gone.
Yeah.
She done. She done with NXT. This not her land no more. And then after the show, Jordan Grace comes out, and then we'll talk about that uh when we get back to thingy NXT. I just seen a tweet that pissed me off. I'm actually gonna close Twitter. We already talked about Moose, so I'm just gonna skip ahead. We got uh Carmen Petrovic defeating Jada Parker and Kalani Jordan in a triple threat for a number one contendership for Stephanie Vacker's North American Championship. I will say that she was definitely the person in the match that was a step behind. I felt like Jada Parker and um Kalani Jordan were just like going absolutely crazy in there, and that may have been by design. Um,
I think so.
yeah, but like every time I like looked at the TV or they'll come back from break and it was always, the only people that were standing, it was always Kalani Jordan or Jada Parker. And yeah, and then Carmen Petrovic wins and you know, Kalani Jordan and Jada Parker are just getting too enraptured in their hate for each other that I'm getting confused what they're even mad about at this point. Um, and then after the match, Carmen Petrovic, oh, I won. Yay. Fatal Influence came in there, started beating their ass.
For like 5 minutes, dog. Where was security? Nobody
Dog,
nobody come to save her.
They put hands on them in picture. You know, I don't really be paying attention to commercials. I look back at the picture in picture. I see three new people in there getting their ass beat. I'm just,
They was in there like the Shield. I said, bruh.
yeah. That shit reminded me of that it's a 2019 Dynamite episode where they cut the break and the Bucks was just beating somebody's ass post-match brawl. I think it might have been Pride and Powerful for like they started fighting
Is
during
that
the
when they were
break.
fighting? They were all like backstage. They were just going through all the rooms and shit.
Yeah. And then, what is it?
I
Somebody
like
got
that. That
thrown
was
into the
actually pretty fun.
bathroom.
Yeah, that's where Orange Cassidy was chilling in there. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun.
That
Oh
that shit was
man.
crazy. But yeah, they beat ass here. And then Jordan Grace came out. It was just like yeah, clean, sort of pseudo clean house. Um
God damn, LeBron. Jesus Christ.
and then
Sorry, I
that
saw
set up
LeBron just
the
throw it down.
and then that sets up the main event, which I thought was really fucking good. I know we talk about NXT people's not getting like matches not getting a lot of time. This match just kept fucking going and going and going, and I thought it was fucking fantastic.
Somebody posted a cage match screenshot of the match times for NXT last night, bro. They the guys got like 5 minutes. The girls were getting like 10 minutes plus. They
Thank
know we want.
fucking God.
They
Oh,
know what we want to see.
and you know what? They and Mickey James said it on Let's Fucking Go. I'm glad I remember when I circled back to this. It was just like, yeah, man, the women is like really upstaging the men. Like the women is really doing their
Yeah,
thing. And I said, thank you. I've
yeah.
been saying this for fucking months. The niggas need to step the fuck up. Cause with a main event like this, I don't want to see no niggas. What is it?
At
Shawn
all.
Spears versus Stacks? Suck my dick.
I'm trying to see that shit.
NQCC versus the Hardy Boys? Suck my dick. I want to see Zari and Sol Ruka fucking continue to do shit. I'm not trying to see no men. I want to
Men.
see the women. um.
That was my favorite speed clip, bro.
Uh.
He said girls, girls. I want to see men.
Yeah.
That shit is so funny. That's a funny kid. Oh
Yeah,
man.
that was funny. But yeah, no, I thought this main event was like absolutely like fantastic. It kept going. It was very intense. Everybody got their shit in. It was really, really fucking good. Like, I know I said what I said about like Fatal Influence. That was just how I felt when I was watching the pay-per-view. But when I was watching them in this main event, I was just like, you would have think like this was a faction that was really running shit for a really long
Yeah.
fucking time on
Yeah.
NXT.
They
Like,
made them look real strong in the beginning of the show. That's how you do it. You
yeah.
set the narrative from at the beginning of the show, made them look really, really strong by beating that girl ass for about 10 minutes.
It
And
was
then
beating on the champs too. I thought it was really good. Um, I feel like I'm gonna remember this for a while, so this might end up on my year end list. I thought it's like a really good like TV match,
Jada
not like match of
Wagner.
the year or anything
Yeah,
like that, but like, I mean, this is probably the best NXT main event I've seen in a really long time.
maybe since like that 10 woman tag, whatever it was, the All Star tag they
Yeah,
had.
yeah, yeah.
Um, Also, shout out to Jasmine Nix, bro. I think that she's
She
really,
looked
really
great in
good.
there.
I tweeted about this. This is gonna have her on TV for a long. You know what this reminds me of? I'm gonna tell you exactly what it reminds me of. Remember Riot Squad?
Mm-hmm.
Liv Morgan used to be the one who used to always get her ass whipped on Riot Squad. She was the one
Yeah.
who would take the crazy bumps and would get beat up the most. And I think WWE really likes that when you're really good at getting beat up. That's why Dom Mysterio always wrestles everybody because
Yeah.
he's really good at getting beat up. And same thing with Ray. He's also really really good at getting. If you can make getting beat up look really really good, you're on TV. They will put you on TV. They will have you wrestling. And I think that's going to be great for Jasmine Nix. That she looks really good getting beat up. So I think she should keep that up. But yeah, so I just want to give her a shout out because yeah, I think she's doing a great job for the role that she has. I think she understands her role and what she needs to do, and I think that's one of the more important things especially as a young competitor. Because I know you want to show out, and I'm sure she's a super athlete. She can do all this shit, but like we want you out there just to get your ass whooped right now.
Hmm.
You'll get your time to do your moves at some point, but right now, just get beat up. Make Julia look good, bruh. Let Jordan Grace throw you around. She did that nasty German suplex on her ass.
Right? Shit look crazy, bro.
That's look crazy.
Um, Sorry. And then new signee. Um, I don't really want to talk. I guess I don't really want to talk about all the in between. I get we'll talk about the match, the tag match at the end, or the tag match that is scheduled at the end. Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints. I liked it.
My
That was kind of like the joke of the night. Is like they never said his name until they actually showed. I think
Yeah,
that was a
and
really good way to do the name reveal too. I think that was a really clever
yeah,
way to do it.
they zoomed in on the contract. Yeah, I thought that was really nice. And then on it, what is it? I saw Ricky Saints, and then I was just like, oh, he's from New Orleans. My immediate thought, like that. I go on Twitter.
But my time, I was pretty cool with it. To be honest, there wasn't a lot of. I didn't see a lot of people
I
who were really upset with it. My time was pretty cool with it.
I saw some dumb tweets, but I did see a lot of people just like, oh well, you know what? That's not the worst name. And I was just
Yeah, I
like,
thought that was.
I was just like, the word this name is perfectly fine. Like, I don't know, like
Yeah,
some people were just like, oh man, why they had to change the name, blah 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 this and that. And I was just like,
bro,
I heard the name and I was just like, yeah, he's from New Orleans, like instantly.
bro. They changed Brian Pillman Jr. to Lexus King. Like what I mean, people got over it in like 2 weeks.
No,
It
nobody
didn't
really
matter.
fucking cared.
That too. Nobody really cared. But I'm just saying, like,
It's a good name.
yeah, it's not even straying away that far away from the original name. He's still Ricky. It just
Yeah,
instead of Starks is Saints, which is still the same amount of syllables if you want to do a chant or whatever. You know what I mean? So like, it's still the same dude. It's just
yeah,
whatever.
it's
Ricky
the same
Saints,
guy.
it's fine. You'll get
Um,
over it. You'll get over it in 2 weeks. Look, man,
yeah,
I went from Brian Danielson being my favorite wrestler to Daniel Bryan. You know what I mean?
you'll
It
survive.
feels like yeah, I'll survive. Now I call him Daniel Bryan more than I call him Brian Danielson. So it is what it is.
Influence. Um, it's gonna I think it's next week is going to be Javon Evans, Ricky Starks versus Ethan Page and Wes Lee. I think Wes Lee is a good first foil for Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
Um, Ricky, this is your moment. Do your thing, man. I'm gonna need you to show these niggas you can really wrestle, bro. Or you really a star. You feel me? Um, it's all uphill from here. Don't don't let the bullshit get you down. Um,
He's definitely gonna bring some life into that division. He's
Absolutely.
already he's already the best promo. Already. Day one. Maybe outside of like Ethan.
Yeah. Um,
I think Obo Femi's a good promo too.
yeah. I was gonna listen, but I was just like, how do I feel about his promos?
Obo's up there. Trick, obviously, that's probably his best stat is his promo. So yeah, there's a couple
Yeah.
guys, but he's definitely up there.
Yeah, he for sure up there. Um, yeah, man, show these niggas what you could do, man. Uh, do your thing. Try to cement your feet in the waters first before you get up on these NXT holes, you feel me? Um, just get right. Um, quick hits. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put the them niggas beat Rob Stone ass.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even bring that up at the end of the during the Vengeance
Yeah,
review.
I was just thinking when I wanted to bring that up just now. But yeah, the I don't even know what to call these guys. Um,
I forgot who said it on Twitter, but it was so funny. They called them the YNWO.
yeah,
Someone frequently
YNWO. That was
who
so
said
good.
that? I forgot who said that, but that was really funny.
Somebody quoted
I
that to
saw
me.
somebody
Hold on,
quote.
hold on.
I think Carlos. I could swear I saw Carlos say it. I don't remember who said it, but it was really funny when I saw it.
Um, at Fat Dad J.
Oh, fat dad shit. Shout out
Fat
to
Dad
Fat Dad
J.
Jet.
He said YNWO.
That's
Love
really
that name.
funny.
Um, I'm cool with it. I see Dion Lennox is in the group, so I'm a little apprehensive, but if everybody else in the group is really cool, um, then it will like balance itself out. Them beating
Only
up
one
on
I'm familiar.
Obafemi, I
Okay.
think is cool. Okay.
Only one I'm familiar with is old boy with Saquon Sugars. I believe what was his name before, Lucky Ali or something like that. I think I seen a clip of
Um,
him here and there. He seems to be a pretty good. I don't know who the other guys are, but yeah. Hey, you know what? At this point,
More people.
just try anything to get this men's division popping. Because right now, we got
Yeah,
this nigga wrestling Moose dog.
I'm
what are we
sure.
doing? We gotta
Uh,
figure this out. Like, I'm tired of
I,
these.
I,
Like,
I know we gotta, they got a fucking impact partnership, but them niggas on impact for a reason, bruh. And there's a
not
reason
even
why I
that.
don't
It's
watch impact. Keep them
not
niggas
even that.
over
Like,
there.
think about Open Femi since he won the title. He hasn't wrestled anybody like besides Trick and Eddie in NXT. He wrestled he wrestled main roster guys and fucking and Moose. I don't
Cause that
know. They
nigga,
need
that,
something.
that nigga ready. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
You
ready.
want you want to talk about a nigga that's ready to get called up. Is that nigga? Um, but yeah, right now they don't really like have nobody. And I think they're
Yeah,
just gonna
so
stall. They're gonna stall Trick out for a little bit. Maybe he could like squash Ethan or something. Sean Spears group, shit like that. So yeah, no, I agree. That nigga not wrestling. He not wrestling NXT niggas, man. Um, but yeah, we got another good match. Zarya Soul Ruka, defeating the Meta Girls. Um, Last Legend is so fucking good, man.
you good?
She's
It's
gotten
very
so
good.
much better over the years. Um, yeah, man. That's all I really want. I love her a lot. I think she's been great in that fucking ring. And then Soul Ruka always been really great. Zarya was really good. Jakara, you know, we just gotta polish that out a bit. But that's why we got you next to Last Legend.
So Ruka's
Uh,
been real good.
in ring or
Yeah, uh, sure.
okay. All right. Um, Sean Spears versus Stacks. If you think I watched this whole thing,
First
you
of all,
got
I heard
something
Sean
coming.
Spears music hit. I said, "Yeah, I'm all right. Let me get some
You
water."
you got another thing fucking coming. Um, yeah, there's just always one storyline that you don't really care for on the shows, and this is it for me. I like the Stacks trying to step up storyline. The family just willing to ride or die for each other. I think that is great, but I'm not trying to see it against Sean Spears and his gang. Um, I think I keep thinking that we talked about it last week, but uh, I don't think that like Sean Spears should be this, the mouthpiece for this group. Like I feel like Brooks Jensen could talk, like he could invoke emotion for the most part and say how he feels, you know. But for some reason they stripped all of that away from him and just put him with like the black haired version of him and Izzy Dame. And then like now Izzy Dame is not even talking anymore. I don't like this group.
Me
And
either.
then yeah, and then NQCC is going to be wrestling the Hardy Boys next week, and I don't want to watch that either, so I might skip that, honestly.
I just don't. I don't know. Last I saw the Hardy Boys, I haven't watched them in TNA at all, so I don't know what they've been doing there. But last I saw of the Hardy Boys was in AEW, and I was not impressed. So
Hmm.
I'm concerned, but maybe it's different. I don't know what how Jeff is, what's going on with Jeff, how Matt Body holding up. I just don't know. I'm interested to see how. I'm just interested to see what it's like because Jeff didn't leave WWE on the best terms. So I kind of just want to see how that goes and what will it lead to? Will it lead to a possible main roster matchup at some point? Maybe against like I don't know, Motor City or some shit or
Hmm.
DIY.
Yeah,
We'll see.
just
We'll see.
that is am I missing anything for missing anything for NXT? Anything you can recall that I might not have talked about?
Mm, I don't believe so. I think we covered everything. We didn't we kind of spoke on Andre chasing Eddie Thorpe. We
Oh
spoke on
yeah.
Andre chasing shoes.
Yeah, yeah, we already talked about it. The match was fine.
The man is confused. He doesn't know what to do.
I don't know who
He's
those two
unemployed, just
I
like
don't know who
us.
those two boys are, but
Well, Kale Dixon's the one who got cooked
oh,
by
killed by Braun Breaker, yeah.
Braun Breaker on Raw. He's back to life. And Uriah Connors, I believe, is Finley, is one of Finley's kids, if I'm not mistaken. I
Okay.
could be wrong, but I think he's one of Finley's kids.
Okay, hopefully he's not shit like the Finley's other kid. So,
Dave.
yeah, that nigga sucks. I think
Yeah, it's Finley, Brogan Finley. Okay, yeah.
does Chase U come back?
Well, one of them got expelled, so they didn't know. I believe T is still hurt, so
Like
it would just
like
be
how does this work? Like
if
how
they're a
do
new
we
class. This it's about
how
to
do
cry.
we make Chase U accredited college again?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, the fact they brought it back up again and kind of had Kale and Uriah be unofficial members of Chase U or whatever. I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe they think, oh shit, we fucked up. Maybe we should bring Chase U back. We don't know what to do with these guys. With these guys,
I think you could
um,
do a long term like sort of thing with like Chase U, like for a few weeks we find we have Andre Chase get his like confidence back, and then for another couple of weeks you see him try to get like some of his students back, like Thea.
we've seen this story so many times with Chase U with Andre Chase already. He loses confidence. He loses school. He gambles it away. And he gets it back, and then something else happens, and he gets it back. I like,
Well,
I mean,
like but
how
this
many keep doing this
but this time the school is actually gone. That nigga's in a fucking white dress shirt, bruh.
with a black undershirt? Nasty fit.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know what's the payoff for this whole thing. If it
Where's Riley?
I don't know. But if it's just like reuniting the team, but not like the college, like just the spirit of Chase U, I'm cool with that.
I want to see
Um,
Tia on her own. I don't want to see Tia back with
I
oh
mean,
girl, oh boy. You know what I mean?
I mean, I
I'd
think
rather see Tia do her own thing.
they were a nice pairing. Who is Thea Hale with no Chase U?
So we're gonna find out. She graduated. Time for her to discover herself. You know, when you finish college, it's time to become a woman.
Yeah, I know about that all too well, except the woman part. Um, I guess yeah, we'll see what happens, bro. Um,
I
that's
saw
it.
her like post a vlog or like a clip of a
Yeah,
vlog
like chaotic
try out.
coffee.
So I'm like, bro, you do not your ass do not need to be drinking no kind of coffee. You already got too much damn energy for me. The young whippersnappers. Also, before we hang it up, Captain America, it was all right. I just want to put that out there. It wasn't bad.
I'm
It was
sure, I'm
fine.
sure, I'm sure it was.
It was fine. That's all I got.
Okay. You can subscribe to us on patreon.com/the A Show RNC. You can follow us on Twitter at the A Show RNC to keep up with all our shows. You can follow us individually you can follow us individually, Quan at the comeback spot, me, Cyrus at Cyrus on TWR. All our other links are in the link tree down below. No, we do not have that website. Um, and that's how you can keep up with all our shows and everything that we're doing. Peace out.